Hello, everyone. Welcome back. Welcome back to Only Football. Let me begin by saying, calm the fuck down. Relax, everyone. Please.
Everyone or just
everyone? I'm looking mostly England fans.
Okay.
Mostly the English, but everyone just relax.
I thought you were talking about Saudi Arabia fans.
No, they let loose. They've effectively won the World Cup as far as they're concerned.
Oh yes. This is bigger than winning the World Cup for them.
23-1 going into the match. A little gambling luck, and then what was it? I mean, they're down 125.
When they went down
125-1. Absolutely shocking. Cold. Okay. Pretty cold. Pretty cold.
World Cup's here. World Cups.
Indeed. Yeah, man. A lot to talk about. Lots and lots to talk about. Where do we even start? Where the hell do we even start?
We start with the first match.
Yeah, let's open up the guitar and.
Thank God it wasn't rigged, right? We thought it was for a sec.
2 minutes in?
The offside?
Yeah. Great call.
That was 4 or 5 minutes in.
No, I don't think it was that one. No, it wasn't.
It was 2 minutes in?
2 to 3. It was 2 to 3.
Yeah, at the time, I don't know why, a dramatic effect. Is that why they waited 5 minutes to show us the replay?
Really? And just send Twitter into overload?
Yeah. I think, what else was the reason? Why did they just show us right away?
They do that sometimes. It's really annoying. They do it, and sometimes you don't even see it. I was like, they're not even gonna show it. They're not gonna show it.
I thought they weren't. If they weren't, I was gonna say this is the biggest inside job ever. But to all viewers, we were proven wrong.
It was a great call.
5 to 10 minutes later, but
it was a great call.
Yes, but just make it quicker.
I know.
Don't make us think this World Cup is gonna be okay. This is exactly Qatar Saudi final.
But my two early upset picks have blown up in my face.
What, Iran?
Qatar and Iran. Absolutely. Qatar looks like absolute dog shit.
Yes, they didn't look organized.
Then their keeper is. I should be in goal. I should play for Qatar. They should. I'm expecting a call soon before Friday, before Thursday, so I can fly out there, and them to pay me $1 million each for the last 2 matches.
Oh, $1 million each.
Sounds right. What does he do? I mean, on the goal that was disallowed.
Yes.
What he's doing in the air, I have no idea. And then on the first goal, on the penalty.
On the penalty.
Get off your fucking line.
Yeah.
What the hell?
He gets off.
This guy's terrifying. He did it again in the second half, and he missed. Did it again in the second half. It was shambolic keeping. It was brutal. Qatar looked like. What was they thinking? What was they talking about? These guys won the Asian Cup. I remember them taking
relax.
They won the Asian
just
Cup.
one game.
They won the Asian Cup. And shortly after that, they picked up a nice win in a friendly against a full field, a full squad Switzerland team. We beat Switzerland. They
can still beat Netherlands. They saw Saudi Arabia do it. They can do it too. That will be their World Cup.
I don't think so. I didn't watch Saudi Arabia Argentina because I wrote it off. I think
everyone wrote it off.
It was 5 a.m. here. I wrote it the fuck off, and I woke up. I woke up at 7, not just to chat. I generally woke up at 7 this morning. Once the match finished, and I already had a text from this old regular, my mom, and I was like, and it wasn't even Saudi Arabia won. It was those Saudis, damn those Saudis. I'm like, oh, they must have scored or something. They must have scored, and then I checked the scores. What?
I know. Once I woke up and I saw my phone blew up, I'm like, I immediately thought, wow, maybe they tied. Maybe they tied, right? And it's okay, let me just check. And I was just
fucking wild.
There's no way. It was last World Cup, right? Argentina tied Iceland first game, and then lost to Croatia. But this, lucky for them that Poland and Mexico tied.
Yeah.
They can still top the group, which will be important for them if they want an easier road to the finals.
Is it?
Or semis.
Is it though? Because do you not want to avoid Brazil?
Yeah, but then you have to face France round of 16.
This is true. You gain some momentum.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't want to play France for round 16. It's a good point.
Mm-hmm.
It's a very good point. I didn't watch it, but people said a lot of people that I was talking to were saying Saudi Arabia who did wake up for that match. Saudi Arabia in turn were completely up for it.
They were, first half was kind of all over the place. Could have got lucky with a lot of those. It could have went one way or the other, right? Yeah. And one was a hair. Mm-hmm. But if Argentina
I know, honestly, sorry, that Martinez one, it's that shoulder thing again.
It's where does the shoulder start?
For me, it's not. That's one of those calls. If you called in the field, it stands.
Yes. Yeah.
That's how I see it. But anyway,
But if they bag the second one in the first half, then I think it's the floodgates open.
We say that
in hindsight,
in certainty as well. I mean, we certainly said that Argentina was going to walk that match, like at least by 3 goals.
Yeah, we didn't even think about discussing.
Believe me, I had them minus 2.5. Right, like that's a fact.
It's a World Cup. That's why we love it, right? And you know, they might not come out of the group, Saudi Arabia, but this was bigger than this is the biggest thing ever for them. You know, obviously, King naming tomorrow a holiday, but this is why we watch it, right? And it gives us slight hope for tomorrow.
I'd say so. I mean, were you getting your rocks off when Australia scored 10
minutes? I was. I was. Like, this is the World Cup of upsets. Let's go. I'm in for it.
I hit my which obviously in hindsight, but it always felt safe, and it was obviously because it hit. But my little 2-gamer, which was Mexico pulling under 2.5 and France minus 1.5. I was like, okay. Like when the penalty happened with Mexico pulling, I was like, please don't be some janky, crazy ending to this otherwise boring match.
Yeah. Wasn't really. There was only one shot on target the first half, right?
Yeah, it's Mexico pulling to Mexico. That's just what they do. That's what they do. It's not a great squad for Mexico, but they're a team. You know, they always play. They show. Yeah, they always play the team. So, you know, I was like, there's no way there's gonna be goals in this match. What was entertaining was Tunisia Denmark.
I didn't watch all of
Tunisia are up for it too, man. I watched most of it. Like I always had it on, and like I was doing shit in the morning, but like for the most part, like I was watching it. Like I was sitting here and this puzzle with Wiley. I wasn't really doing the puzzle at all. I was just watching that, and Tunisia they created a lot of chances, especially in the first 10 minutes that came out of them.
And forward number 9, he had disallowed goal offside. It was close, but correct call, and he tried to chip Schmeichel.
Yes, which would have been an offside.
It would have?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, it would have.
But a few chances. You know, Cornelius so far was miss of the tournament.
That was appalling.
And if they don't go through, they can look back at that moment.
Sure.
And that cost them, right? I don't know why he goes with his head when it's at his shin level.
Mm-hmm. And he's literally, a yard and a half off the line.
Yeah. Great save by the keeper before that corner, though. Or was it the corner? Yeah, before the corner on the Eriksson shot. Although it was 0-0, I guess it was way more exciting than Mexico-Poland.
Yeah. It was the fact that, you know, Tunisia showed up for it too, right? It wasn't like it was just like a really poor performance on Denmark's part, and they just couldn't score. It was just like, you know, Tunisia were, you know, they're giving it.
They're giving it. I still have them coming last in that group, though.
I didn't originally anyway. I had them coming third, and you can mark that as on one of my picks. One of my picks that might come through because Iran, Iran like totally shattered me. Although part of me still thinks that Iran can get out of this group. Wales and the States, we'll see. You know, if there's a lot going on with Iran, like there's all this political shit. Like there's so much. Yeah. There's so much which is might be fucking with their heads. Karos, you know, saying like, you know, the fans are booing them. It's like, you're getting smashed by England.
They didn't sing the anthem. That's why.
Okay.
In protest, yes.
Yeah.
That's why.
Okay. Well, fair enough, actually. Fair enough. Like
that's why fans were the camera was panning.
I thought it was because they were playing like ass.
No, the fans were panning on them, and they're just they made a decision before
to not do that. I just never realized the fans were booing because of that. And that's you know, that's fair. Like, you know, like it's you know, the players can represent how they want, but yeah, if, you know, fans and you know, citizens of this country want to do that, then for that reason, then, you know, Karos can shut the hell up and keep his nose out of that end and sort the shit out on this end, because they got picked right apart.
Yes. They picked 3 goals each half, and you know, a few nice goals, but a lot of those were just easy.
Yeah,
it's just,
which is what, you know, I and others didn't expect from Ron. It's like, you know, this could be a banana skin for England. And England really showed up. I'm just saying, you know, just temper yourself a little bit.
Hey, it's a good start. Right?
It's a great start. It's great. And, you know, Jude Bellingham is such a massive addition, which, you know, who was not there for the last couple tournaments under Southgate. So, you know, can he be a massive difference maker? And you know, he switched to a back 4, which I like. You know, I was criticized Southgate for always, you know, playing basically back 7. And he needs to stick with that back four. Right? It's too bad again that he doesn't know how to use pacey center backs to utilize the talent that team has properly. But back four is a start. That said, they can easily walk this group and get 9 points. What happens when they face good competition? And that's it. And I think
that's the question with a lot of contenders. So.
No, they're not contenders to me, and I think they're done by the course.
They are contenders.
This is really.
They are
really.
Yeah.
So you're telling me that I should be nervous right now?
No, not well.
Because I'm retiring if England wins. This podcast
they could easily make the
can
semis.
Continue without me if
they can make the semis. They can make the semis.
That's not contending though. That's
once you get to the semis,
that's a dark horse.
Anybody, they're not a dark horse, and they're not
exactly.
So
that's dark horse talk. Dark horse is like the Dutch going to this tournament making the semis. Because I don't think it's like could the Dutch make the semis? Maybe, but are they going to win? No.
You never know. Did you think they're going to win 2010? They almost did. They were probably this much of Casillas' foot away from winning.
That's fair.
Well, they have Van Hall.
Okay, but I'm not talking about the Dutch, really. I'm talking about England.
It was a great start. There's a lot of optimism.
I know it's great. It's great because you know what? Listening to some of these people, listening to some of these popular football YouTubers who I respect, but like Roy Jennings, for example. Roy Jennings, Chelsea fan.
No,
Chelsea Roy. He's great. He's a very very good presenter. But fuck, man, like he's there. Like he goes to all the big tournaments. He's been going there. He's been doing this for a long time. And he was one who semi started turning on Southgate early. I would say within the last year, maybe even less. But over the summer, he was going on real hard. In September, going on even harder. We're fucked. And then you should have heard him. You should have heard him after they won 6-2. Oh man, he's a prime example of just drinking the juice, and so he should. He's there. He's English, and I get it. You're stoked. The optimism is there, but for someone that was going in so hard in Southgate, and
they're there. You can't change it now, so you got to live with it, right? You want to just keep saying Southgate out while they're winning in the World Cup. You can't. He didn't temper his excitement and his pleasure of that result with any kind of but why? After all that, you should be like, but you know what? It's still Gareth Southgate. So that's what you're expecting? But he just wants it's a World Cup, Max. Now that it started, he's in it, like most of us, and I don't blame him. Right? You gotta ride the roller coaster. If you know it's gonna be a bad drop, you still gotta have fun on the way.
Yeah, have fun. Yeah, but I mean, listen, So just wait till they run into the Dutch in what would that be? No,
the other side.
No, the other side. France. It'll be France.
It'll be France. Right, quarterfinals.
It'll be France. Yeah.
Hey, it could be. It'd be France quarterfinal. Unless the Dutch come second, it could be Senegal. Most likely Senegal, though, right? Yeah. Other results from yesterday.
They could lose Wales in the States. Really, really big. I didn't get to watch that.
A tale of two halves.
Yeah.
USA dominated the first half, and Wales dominated the second.
Yeah.
Stupid penalty by the States. They needed to win that game. I think they could still come in the group. Obviously, that anyone except for first is up for grabs, pretty much. But that was a game they needed to win if they realistically wanted to come out of the group.
I'm intrigued by Iran just pulling out 1-0 wins against these teams.
Wales didn't look all too good in the first half. And I know Kiefer Moore is coming back from injury, but when he was in the game, it
changed it, right?
There was a hold-up man, Bale and Ramsey were able to link up, get some of the wide players in. I don't know why Dan James started. I thought Kiefer Moore wasn't, but Dan James has. But I thought Brennan Johnson. Why not play Brennan Johnson?
No, but maybe because he's more informed. But Dan James has performed for Wales in the past, so it's.
I think he's an impact player though.
When he's late, when he's when he's fresh, and
yes, and he's sprightly, and running at tired players already. So when he starts a game, I don't know. I think
he's not good. Yeah, he's not a very high IQ player.
Yeah,
let's put it that way.
I would have started Brennan Johnson.
That's fair. And I think that easily could change. Yeah, maybe Dan James scoring against England isn't the best bet, but we'll see.
What else was there?
If it's tied between Wales and England, when Dan James comes on, I might hammer Dan James on the counter.
I think
is that who's playing? Is that them next? Is it Wales England?
Or
Wales
States?
Wales
Wales States. Because Wales States is Thanksgiving, the day after Thanksgiving, Friday, right? Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
Soccer versus football. That's what everyone's waiting for.
Okay. Argentina, Saudi Arabia. Let's quickly bounce back to that. Takeaways there. Turnover by Messi on the first goal. Quickly, Cristiano Romero, I think, is going to be replaced by Martinez.
It was. I don't know. You got to look.
It was really soft.
I don't know how to like. If I was an Argentina fan, I don't know how I'd feel right now. Right? It's a major blowback. You still have hope. You still have the best team in the group. So coming out of the group is like the objective now. No matter if you come first or second, that's the new shift. But if you had aspirations to going further, this is a good wake up call.
Exactly.
You'd rather have that performance like that. Game one.
Yeah.
Where you still
against the weakest opponent too.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, I think you're.
If they lost against Mexico, Poland, very difficult, and good for them. The other game resulted in a tie, so they're only 1 point behind.
Yeah,
and they face both opponents, right? So they need to win the second game, and a tie like they did last year, a tie and a loss after 2 games. It's a tall ask. Like I don't think you can do it back-to-back World Cups.
Yeah,
and Italy. Italians, sleeping well tonight because their record's still intact. Survived by 1 game. That's an impressive record, though.
It is an impressive record, but you know what? They're not. They're sleeping well. You know why Italians are sleeping well? Because they're not out partying and enjoying the World Cup. I bet you that's not even getting aired there.
Yeah, come on, it's World Cup. It's the World Cup.
They're Italians. I don't blame them. I back it.
If Italy's not in, they're not watching.
Yeah.
Well, luckily there's
they're very
48
hot-headed,
teams.
proud, and stubborn people. I
don't know. This is why FIFA's going 48 teams next
World Cup.
So Italy doesn't miss another one.
Was it Mancini? Was it Mancini who said Italy should just automatically be? I just saw this yesterday.
No, did he actually say that?
It might have been Mancini.
No,
someone
World Cup
said
winner should automatically be in.
It was Mancini. I didn't read the article, so I was like, maybe it's because of the Euros. Maybe it's because of the Euros. I was like, I just saw the byline. I was like, I can't even stomach that. Like, you have no right to be there.
Yeah, the only thing you earn the right to is the Confederations Cup. That's it. Right? You won the Euros, you're in the Confederations Cup.
Yeah.
Good. Actually, they didn't do that this year. I just realized that. Right? That just sunk into me. They usually do it in 2021, but I guess all the major No, it's the year before.
Are you sure?
Yeah. It's because it's the host country who hosts it, and they have all the stadiums open for.
Okay.
But yeah, because all the competitions happened last year. Euro 2020 was actually 2021. Copa 2020 was actually. I just sunk that in, but they can still. I still see them coming out of the group. It makes the group a lot more entertaining.
Absolutely.
And the games I would have.
It did kind of take away from the intensity of the Mexico-Poland match. A little bit. Like, it was still a very important match, but you know what? It wasn't like...
They were both playing not to lose, because I think they knew a loss would have meant they're done. And that's exactly how it played off. Like, 2 teams afraid to lose.
Yeah, Lewandowski, no starter step, as you said. Now, quickly, we'll do the previews, but does Olivier Giroud... Am I going to win $2,100 because of Olivier Giroud?
I'd be happy if you did, but...
Golden Boot?
It's a long tournament, and there's going to be I think 1 or 2 more blowout games.
I know. Please, I know Tunisia look good though. That's the thing. I'm like Tunisia actually look good, which and Denmark's so stodgy. So I'm not even necessarily expecting France to like a guaranteed goal from France in that match. Who knows? Who the fuck knows?
Like in Tunisia?
No, against Denmark. But I did get Giroud at 42-1. Once Benzema got injured, and now he's down to 11-1.
He also has 2 goals. So, but hey, it can happen. It can happen. If only Mbappe gets injured and he's on penalty duties.
No, but that just hurts them going forward. I just need France to get through the final without getting pens. When Mbappe it was 4-1 at the time, it was after Giroud already made 4-1, and Mbappe botched that touch. Did you see that?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Do you think Mbappe is the type of player that if Giroud had 5 goals, he had 3 goals in the semis, and they got a penalty, he would let Giroud take it?
No. No, sorry.
In the third place game.
If Mbappe had 3 and Giroud 5?
Yeah.
No. In the third place game?
Yeah, do you think
maybe,
you do it?
Maybe. So what, you get golden boot?
Yeah.
Like he's like, that's like, because 6 is like generally your golden boot mark. Saka though. Saka needs to fuck off. They're in such an easy grouping. I'm so glad Kane didn't score.
Under 10 goals, right? That's what you call
That's what that's done. I also pigheadedly took Iran to top 3. But that was a stretch. But the under 10 goals thing, I was like super serious about. Super duper serious about.
Blew up in your face.
Big time. Thanks to Iran. They really humiliated me.
The French worry you a bit though?
Let me check.
Close up on that? No? They're gonna get better as it goes on.
Sorry, France?
Yeah.
Did France worry me?
Yeah.
What worries me is that Deschamps to me is like a slightly better Southgate. A little bit.
Slightly better. He won a World Cup.
I know he did win a World Cup. He did, and he looked great then. But you know what? Since then, they went to that looking so strong, and they got it.
Since then, they won a Nations Cup, and they lost. They choked job in the Euros. That's about it. You know, they had disappointing Nations League after that.
But I just feel like they could open up a little bit more. They looked really good.
It's the World Cup hangover.
You know what really bothered me, and the problem was solved for him, but you still lose Lucas Hernandez because one, he's playing out of position. He used to play left back, but he's a center back now. And Theo Hernandez he's been in unreal form for 2 years running. How is he not a slot in? And that's what I mean. He plays more defensive than he should, and their defense is good enough anyway. And it's like Theo Hernandez is a slouch defensively. That's a bomb forward where he can get back. You have a great midfield anyway.
For this game, he didn't need him.
Clearly, he did. They got skinned by Lucas, he was getting beat on that play anyway before he got hurt. And then Theo came on and bagged an assist. He was creating so much. Like he honestly, like Theo Hernandez changed that game.
He got an assist?
He's on the first goal.
On the first goal, yeah, he was. Yeah.
He changed that game. Like
he
should have started that.
I think they would have won with or without. But I think Theo was the plan going forward to end it. What do you mean? You gotta honor the guys who got you the World Cup, right? At least
no, you don't. That is Southgate mentality. That is. Okay. No, you absolutely do not.
It's not like he picked him and he's out of form, right? He's still good. It's not that much of a downgrade from Theo.
Lucas doesn't even start consistently for Bayern. He doesn't.
No, because
so we're talking about good form.
Davies.
We're talking about good. Exactly. No, but he plays center back too. That's what I mean. He plays center back for Bayern for the most part.
Yes. Yeah. But his natural position is left back.
So. Not anymore. It's not. Not any fucking more. It's not. Left back is for Bremen. Let's think he got shifted back over
because Davies was hurt the last year, right?
Davies.
Right, and they also played Pavard in the middle as well. But I don't know why they. Anyways, regardless,
Hernandez plays center back for the most part for them, and he does.
I don't think the lineup was that bad. I think it still needs tinkering with, and I always knew that going into the tournament. So I'm not getting too carried away like you about the first game starting 11
against
France.
Australia. I get that. I get that. But like that one,
why not give that game to Lucas if you're going Theo overall, right? If you want,
do you think he would have?
What do you mean?
Do you think he would have gone Theo overall?
I think so.
I don't know.
I mean, so.
maybe. But I think the other thing is that Varane needs to walk on that team now.
Is Konate going to play every match? I thought that was another center back decision.
No, so I think Varane needs to walk into that squad if he's healthy enough.
If he's healthy, yes. But I'm saying I didn't see Mikhailo Konate being the center back pairing if they do make the knockout stages.
Yeah. No,
right. So I think you play against Australia and Tunisia, the 2 weaker opponents. Give your better guys some more rest if they do need it, right?
Which Varane does. That I understand. Theo. I'm back. And look what he did.
Well, they got the win.
They did. They looked fine, but again, I think Theo was a huge part of that. A huge part of that. She should. I mean, again, and it's like, is Lucas Hernandez accustomed to playing left back that much anymore? And is he gets kind of burnt on that ball over the top initially, and then he's he's trying to make it back up, and he injures himself.
No, he got injured on the touch when he tried to stop, and then I think hopefully it's nothing too bad. Obviously for Bayern fans, because Davies, he's fit again.
He's going to play.
Yes, but yeah, it wasn't too bad. I'm not taking too much into it.
All right. Fair enough. Okay, let's get on the previews. We're going to do Morocco and Croatia, Belgium, Canada, and then all the Thursday matches, because both those two groups are very well balanced. All right, and I think we'll speak based on how the initial two matches go, we'll probably be covering those groups, all the way
through.
If we can squeeze in another episode before then. But anyway, Morocco, Croatia, Mike. Take us away, because I know how you were feeling about them last week. Both these teams, Morocco and Croatia.
I'm not waking up at 5 a.m.
I think I might.
I was thinking about it, but I'm like, no, I'll save it for all the 8, 11, and 2. Don't have any meetings today, so thank God.
Yeah. Spain, Costa Rica is right after me. I'm not going to bother with that.
No, Brian. You gotta
stop with Brian.
Brian.
And that's honestly the only intrigue for that is if Keylor Navas puts on a show.
Hey, it could be the difference, right?
It could be
them topping the group and coming second.
I'm going 2-0 Spain on that, but Morocco, Croatia.
I still wish we would have faced one of these teams first.
I'm okay with it. I'd like it.
I don't know. I'm really hoping Morocco can get a result. That will give boost to Canada. And I know it'll make their game against Morocco a bit more nervy, but I would like a tie there. Realistically, I think we all want a tie. Do I think it's going to happen? I think Morocco's going to play well. I think it's going to be a high-scoring game. I'm doing over 2.5 goals.
Really?
But I am sticking with Croatia. I think, they have a point to prove to say, hey, last World Cup wasn't a fluke. Like, this is the new us. We're going to be a powerhouse. Like, the Nations League group topping was big for them going into it, but they are getting older. And
they don't have to recognize number 9.
They don't. That's
huge. Do you think it's going to be high scoring?
Yeah.
I don't know. It's a solid backline for Morocco. It's a solid, recognizable backline. I mean, you got Mazraoui and Hakimi and Saiss and Edouard. They're
not bad.
It is nice, and there's no recognized. I rate Kramaric, but he's under him.
He is, but
he's not.
No, I know. I'm still shocked that they didn't take Rebic. Isn't that shocking?
That is.
They didn't take Rebic.
That's insane.
So I'm interested to see how their front.
I didn't take that in.
Oh, you didn't know that.
I didn't take that in. They didn't take Rebic?
No, I know.
How?
Hey, don't ask me. He was injured at the beginning of the season, but he still scored against Juve. Obviously, he always does. But yeah, we faced Morocco second.
No,
third. Last. Oh gosh. Gosh.
I think it's gonna be a draw. I'm calling 1-1.
1-1.
I'm calling 1-1.
You see goals too.
Not 2.5 though. 2.5's a line. I don't know 2.5.
Yeah, 2, 3. It's only 3. It's not like I'm saying 4 or 5.
We're talking about football. We're talking about football. It's 2.5, Mike. No, that's a goal. That's a jump. There's one goal's a jump.
There's goals in that match. I don't mind Morocco. I know Ziyech just scored that half field goal. You saw that in friendlies. It was nice, but I don't know. They got a new coach just for Ziyech. How does that transition to the rest of the team? Right. I'm just curious to see. Did they lose in the semis of AFCON?
It's their midfield that's completely unknown to me.
But they had a few good World Cups, right? They almost came out of the group.
Yep. They disappointed last year at the African Cup of Nations, but
I have them coming out with although I had Morocco coming third and Croatia coming fourth in the group. For that to realistically happen, they would need to get a result against Croatia. But I still do think Croatia are slightly better and will come out with the win. I think it's going to be one of those.
It's the midfield which really worries me. Like, Morocco's going to have to hit on the break because the midfield battle is heavily tilted in.
Well, Croatia might have the best midfield in the group.
I I said it last week, and you kind of scoffed at me.
In a scoff,
You a little bit. There's some incredulity there.
I said they might have, but they definitely have top two, obviously. Let's see if they can handle. Did they?
But you know what? I mean, Morocco on the break could be very dangerous. I mean, you have Hakimi there, you have Mazraoui there, bombing up and down. So that's I think it's going to keep them on their toes. It's going to keep them honest. That's the thing. That back line is going to have to really, and that midfield, Morocco's midfield is going to have to do all they can just to frustrate and just take their chances. Yeah, I'm going to stick with 1-0. You going 2-1?
2-1 Croatia.
Okay. All right, Belgium, Canada, Canada. Oh, reveal. There it is.
Canada.
Davies, yeah.
Had to save it. It's here. 36 years.
You excited?
First time in our life.
Stupid question, Bert. Are you excited?
I'm a bit excited.
I'm just a little bit. Are you coming to the bar tomorrow?
A bit. No, I'm a Markham.
Why?
I'm a Markham.
Why?
Working for Markham.
But why?
It's easier for Angelica.
Can you come to the bar for 2? I'm not even working. I'm actually just going. My dad's going to Valley.
I'm working.
Can you bring a laptop? Can you call sick? Can you take the last half of the day? Last half of the day, like migraine?
No, maybe group 3. Match day 3. I might take off.
Okay, well, I'm opening the bar. I thought I booked off every Canada game. I guess I forgot to book off Morocco.
Oh, so you're working that one? Okay, I'll come to that one.
But I'm going to open the bar at 10.
And it's a 10 o'clock. Yeah, perfect.
Anyway, okay. Well, that's all sorted. Do we have a chance?
I think we do.
I kind of think we do too.
Like Saudi Arabia has put some false.
The juice, the Kool-Aid strong.
Yeah. But Kool-Aid was always there.
Yeah.
It's just like,
nice win against Japan.
We're frisky. Barely. Can't believe he barely scored that goal. Why was he? He's not gonna play though. Did you see that goal?
No, because I watched the first half and I had to go to work, and then I just didn't bother. But I saw we won. And I was happy.
We had a 90th minute penalty.
I know that.
He tried to Panenka him.
Oh, what a G!
He tried to Panenka him. Didn't go down the middle. He connected to the side. The goalie dove that side, put up his arm, went off his arm, and then he reached back, grabbed it out, but it was over.
That's okay. But you know what? I think everyone's healthy.
Everyone is healthy.
I don't know if Dave's going to start though.
I think he will. He has to. Does Preston have a chance? Do you think he's going to impact sub? If he doesn't start, we're not winning. I'll tell you that right now. We are not winning. So if we have a chance of winning, he's playing.
Are you happy with the draw? I'll take a draw.
Oh, come on. Let's be serious.
Are you happy with the draw against Belgium?
No. Only wins.
Only wins.
No. No. I'm excited.
I'm excited. I'm really worried.
We could get roasted.
I'm so worried about it.
Pumped. We could get pumped. There's no Lukaku. That's
I know. We were talking about this last night. Could you imagine fucking Lukaku running downhill against fucking Henry
or Stephen Victoria?
Oh, goodness gracious! But it could. Are we going to turn
Alistair Johnson?
Are we turning Eden back into prime Hazard?
Because
this is a game. If you're Belgium,
but they
if you're Martinez, do you look at this match and be like, okay, this is a tester for Hazard, which could benefit us. It could benefit us, but do you look at him like this is let's see what Eden can do?
You think they're disadvantaged by him starting?
Could be. I said could. Could be.
Do you though?
I don't know. I have to see it.
He was always starting. He's still Eden Hazard,
but he's
lost the step, but he's still better than pretty much everyone on our team minus Davies
and David.
Hazard or David?
Yeah.
If you're gonna take Hazard,
no, I'm not.
Really?
No, I'm saying this with a straight face. I'm absolutely not. Eden Hazard is done. He's done.
He's not done, man.
He's done.
When you have feet like that, you're not done.
He's done. He might light us up tomorrow, but overall, he's done.
He lights us up.
It's Canada, bitch. It's Canada.
Are you putting us up on a pedestal, or are you taking us down?
I'm trying to be realistic here, okay?
No, you gotta pick one. You gotta pick one and stay with one. I'm up here, right? So you gotta meet me up here.
I'm really trying to be realistic, and Eden Hazard, I would take.
He's not done.
As a United fan, I would take Jonathan David over Eden Hazard every day of the week. If I'm Real Madrid right now, I would swap.
No, you wouldn't.
Yeah.
No, you wouldn't.
Yes, I would.
What? You have all these stars up front. You don't need another striker.
But you certainly don't need Eden Hazard. And you know what? They do need a striker. Benzema's injured, and Rodrigo's playing up top.
Ronaldo's going.
I mean,
for 6 months.
No, he's not going.
He's going. He's going. He's going there at Chelsea. I swear. He's going.
Bayern.
No, they're Choupo-Moting. They're prime Choupo-Moting. They don't need Ronaldo. What are you talking about?
Anyway, I've got some hope though. I think we're scoring for sure.
Thank you.
I think we're absolutely scoring.
Is it going to be 3-1?
Yes.
That's where you're going?
Yes.
I knew you were going there.
Yeah.
I don't think Belgium will score 3 the first match. I think they always come up flat. Well, not always, but the last few tournaments a bit flat. Actually, no, they usually pump people.
They pumped Panama in the first game. So it was
3-0, but it was 0-0 half.
Right.
And the Euros, I think they came out to a flyer as well. But I think that run.
Retract that statement.
As I said out loud, I'm like, wait, they didn't. Why am I saying this? But this is the time they come out to a stinker.
And what? And what are you saying?
2-1.
2-1. So
I'm thinking it's 1-1, and then they're gonna score late. I'm thinking like 82nd.
We could hang.
82nd minute, and if they do, I still think if they score 82nd minute, we'll be disciplined enough just to keep it at 2-1. We won't try and get the tie and say, hey, look,
goal differential.
Yeah, it could come down to this. If other teams, if Belgium would beat the other,
especially if Morocco and Croatia drawn,
and then we get a goal out of it, right? So it's good that goal scores. If we have
everyone's gonna score against Belgium, though. Let's be real.
No.
Yes, they are. I'm calling right now. We're scoring every match. Everyone's scoring against Belgium.
We're scoring. Oh, now we're scoring. I said 4 goals for that.
I agree with you. You said 5. I said 4. Wow. I agree. I said 4.
I'm going 5. I'm gonna stick with it. Let's go. Who's gonna score first goal? Because they're gonna be it's gonna be a Canadian heritage moment. Whoever scores.
Kyle Lamb.
I was thinking Lamb too.
It's Kyle Lamb.
You know what? I'm gonna go
Buchanan, yeah. I'm just thinking. I'm just picturing us hitting on the counter and then putting a ball right into the middle of the box. Yeah, but going over
your first World Cup. No, there's something's gonna be. They have some.
They got a line.
They have a line fixed out already. I don't care.
The only is gonna be wild tomorrow.
Is a lot of people going?
It's gonna be wild because I know for a fact. Well, Ash and I are going. John's working. There's gonna be a bunch of regulars. Ruben, who you might know, but you'll see him tonight when you come for a beer. He's bringing apparently he's bringing like 10 people.
Okay, so it's gonna be a ruckus. You gonna be in the cafe side on the big screen?
No, we're gonna crowd the bar.
The crowd,
crowd in the bar for sure. Fuck that. I do need to set it up properly though, so because today I finally got the cafe screen going, and it was 4 seconds off.
Oh,
I need to pause it. I need to have it paused and have it properly lined up.
You don't want to hear no. Yeah.
That would suck.
No, but I'm excited. As long as we score if we go our first game goalless, I'm worried. I'm worried.
I'm not. I mean, against Belgium, I'm not scoring against Belgium. Actually, to me is, I think we should. But they might be wary. They may be very wary because they might be aware of their old, their aging, lackluster backline, and the fact that we do hit on the break. So we might struggle. They might just it might be more low scoring. It could be like a 1-0.
Yeah.
Could be a 2-0.
Egypt scored 2 goals on them, and they had 9 of their 11 starters playing half the game. So that was encouraging.
Yeah, indeed. Okay, let's wrap this stuff up, and let's do Group G: Switzerland, Cameroon, 5 a.m. Thursday morning.
I really didn't want to do this game.
You really didn't want to do this game, but it's this game's this group's just so open though. It's just so open.
It's open for 3 teams, I think. I don't think Cameroon have a shot.
Why do you not rate Cameroon at all?
I just don't. Without Eto'o, they're not as good. It's a joke, obviously. It's a joke. You see Eto'o's World Cup predictions? They're out to lunch, but he's clearly just betting Africa hard. His semifinals was 3 African teams in France, so 4 African teams. so he's just betting with his heart on Africa. When I saw that, I just started laughing out loud. But I think Switzerland should win this game. They know they need to win this game. They know Serbia is their real opponent for 2nd place. And
it's pretty disrespectful, Mike. We just watched Saudi Arabia beat our.
I know, but it's not how I'm hoping for it, but I do not see. It's going to be a 1-0, maybe 2-0 Switzerland win, but I don't see them losing. Switzerland usually have an okay team. they either get out of the group, but they don't do much. But they manage to get out of the group. I still think Serbia's coming out, and then it's a big, important first game for Serbia as well. But I have 2-0 Switzerland, and I'm not looking too much into this. I'm not overthinking
I'm going 1-0 Cameroon.
Really? You think this is going to be a stinker Switzerland World Cup?
Yeah, I'm bottom. I'm sticking to it. And I'm siding with Eto on this one.
Africa, the power of Africa.
After I'm not even. It's more. I don't know what happened to Saudi Arabia today. Apparently, put in a very good performance. But what I saw from Tunisia, and I know that Tunisians don't have.
But you also saw the Qatar, so you got one side of Asia.
Listen, I don't have Cameroon coming out of the group.
You just have them getting a result.
I have Switzerland 0-3.
So I don't know. I still think getting a bit too crazy with the picks. You gotta stay level headed and then make some kind of like you can't just go boom 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 boom. You gotta stay central. Okay, you know it's gonna be Switzerland, Serbia.
I tried that today in Saudi Arabia.
Okay. No, you stayed central with Poland, Mexico. You did that right.
Yeah,
I think everyone was putting Argentina, but like this isn't Argentina versus Saudi Arabia. This is Switzerland, Cameroon. These are two teams that are near each other, like to their skill wise. You know, they're not a contender. They're not a dark horse. Like they're just right there where they should be.
Anguissa is going to dominate that midfield, and he's scoring, right? You know, Choupo-Moting's getting that goal.
I know, but he's prime Choupo-Moting with Bayern.
Onana's going to steal the show too. And you know what? I just want to shout out the Dutch keeper who had a pretty good game.
Yes, he did. He did.
Because that was a big question mark, and he made a few good saves. Nothing like
I didn't know beforehand he was 6'8". Right, so that helps. That definitely helped on that low save.
Tebow plus, that short near post. But yeah, you know that's big for the Dutch. Okay, Brazil, Serbia. I like Serbia
to win,
to make it out of the group, but not win this game.
Okay, I was gonna say, Max. Chill.
I like Brazil. I like Brazil 2-0.
2-0, eh?
Yeah.
I still think Serbia can get a goal. I think it's 3-1.
I don't think Brazil. They're more conservative than you think.
Yeah, but they have way too much firepower.
I know they do, but they're more conservative than you think.
They have way too much firepower, and
I think the bet for this game is Brazil to score 2 goals straight, like snipe 2 goals.
I think
because Serbia's gonna be very weary. They're not gonna just be like they're not gonna open up. They're gonna make Brazil break them down, and you know. They might hit something. They might get something. Serbia, that is. They might get a goal. But I think it's going to be very stodgy, this game. I think the quality is going to be good. You're going to see some good football, but it's not going to be like high octane.
No, it's going to be thrilling. I think it's going to be 3-0, and then Serbia gets a late goal to.
How is 3-0 thrilling to you?
No, it's going to end 3-1.
I'm saying it's going to be thrilling. What's thrilling about 3-0 at one point?
It's a lot of goals.
It's not a blowout's not thrilling.
No, just because it's still going to be both ways, but.
So when do you think Brazil's going to get these 3 goals? Like late?
No, 2 in the first half, 2-0 at half, and then a goal each in the third.
So what? I'm 2-0 at half. I'm already out of it.
Oh, okay. So not thrilling. Sorry, I used the wrong word.
I would say
it's going to be. There's going to be goals.
There's going to be goals.
There's going to be a lot of attacking chances. It could be one-sided too, but I just don't see Brazil. I think Brazil will have like a bad second or third game, but it could be when the group's already out of hand. But I don't see them losing a game in this group.
Neither do I.
I haven't seen them yet, but I don't.
Neither do I. They're very compact, man. They're very compact, and you know, if you see Fred starting, you better believe it on scoring 3 goals. But that clean sheet, I'm 2-0.
Fred and Casemiro undefeated.
They lost the CONCACAF. Sorry,
did they both play?
They lost they're 18-1-1. They lost the final. He started.
Copa?
Fred started the final. Got subbed at halftime.
No, but Fred and Casemiro.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, 18-1-1. But But have they won the last? Oh, okay, never mind.
They're 18-1-1.
Have they won the last 18 then? Or I don't know.
That can't be.
There's
no way they played that much together since then. No way.
There's MJ and Pippen, okay? They're MJ and Pippen of the Brazil.
Except they lose finals together.
Anyways.
That's basketball.
I know. We got it. We got the reference, okay? Is that soccer you're playing? Move on to the next group, I guess.
Uruguay and South Korea.
Son is out for this game, right? Or is he wearing a mask?
I think
is he wearing a mask?
Yeah, he definitely has a mask. I thought Mob only is saying doubtful. I don't know. We'll see.
It's his cheekbone, right?
We shall see, sir. South Korea like to turn up these things though. That looks pretty performance said last week. They like to do something.
They scored late.
I don't like Uruguay.
In this tournament, they're not as good as they used to be, but they're still good.
They looked really bad against Canada. Really bad.
They still got a result though.
Yeah, they beat Canada. And they were the worst. They were the lesser team. They were.
They got the result. They still want to win. They have a lot of firepower. I don't see them losing this game. I think it'll be tight. I'm thinking 1-0.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe 2-0 if they can get a late goal when it's already 1-0. But I think this being very cagey. But I think
it's going to be cagey.
The overall talent,
fucking Uruguay.
The overall talent of Uruguay will prevail, and I think.
Who do we got in the midfielder? Bentancur and who am I spacing on? Valverde.
Valverde.
It's nice.
And they also.
I do like that.
Kids will actually play the middle there. They have someone else.
But is he out of touch in the midfield after banging goals in with his lead foot for Real all this time?
He's a natural midfielder.
I know, but like Lucas Hernandez, is he a little rusty there? And could just be a little choppy. I'm gonna go 0-0.
Who's the short guy who was on? Is Torreira? Is he Uruguayan?
Yes.
I think he might be in there too. That's the one I was thinking of.
Lucas.
Yeah, I think it'll be 1-0. I still think, I don't know why. I just you have to have one of those wacky picks. I still think Uruguay is going to top the group. I
had my wacky pick. It's no longer.
It's done. I think they're going to get a result against Portugal. But winning this first game will go a long way, and I think they will be good enough to get this a 1-0. But especially with Son doubtful, maybe with Son something happened, but without Son, I think it's definitely Uruguay.
0-0.
1-0.
0-0.
Well, we both have South Korea not scoring, so that's what we're cheering for.
Portugal, Ghana.
I'm worried for Portugal this game.
You should be. I've Ghana coming out of the group, and with that, I'm going 1-1 in this match as well.
1-1.
Yeah.
Portugal usually does struggle with African teams. I don't know why.
It's because they're white knights.
I really don't know why, but maybe they're giving it back, right? But
just done.
They do, and I don't think the Ronaldo interview is affecting Portugal. I think he's going to be extra motivated for this, and I don't think there's some other, you've seen the videos with Bruno and Cancelo. I think that was just for a day or two. I think they know it's important. I know, they've already won an international trophy, obviously a World Cup they would like to add as well. But
was Bruno on the Euro team?
The Euro team, yes, but not the World Cup team from 18.
Was Bruno on the winning Euro team? He wasn't. No way. Yeah, he was.
I don't even think he was on last World Cup team.
No, he wouldn't have been.
I don't even think he was on that team either.
Yeah, I think you're right.
But it's kind of like not only for Ronaldo, but it's for Pepe as well, right? It's kind of like let's give them a good fair send off, right? Mm-hmm. And Portugal always has trouble starting the group, right? They usually get better as it goes, but sometimes they wait too late to pick it up, and they come second in the group when they should be coming first or facing harder opponents when if they taken care in the group stage, it wouldn't have got to this point. So I think they're going to make a point to make this start as good as possible. I don't think it's going to be a good match, though. Tactically from them, I think it's going to be all over the place. They're going to look exposed, and then they're going to have some. They're going to look explosive, but also have like a lot of missed chances that they might rue.
But have they really been so explosive under Santos? Like,
not explosive. I mean, like they look dangerous when they get some counters and maybe a spell of 10 minutes where they could have scored like.
See, I think that's what the problem is, though. So they shouldn't be like much like England. Like they shouldn't be a counter-attacking team.
No, I know
they have so much talent. Like honestly, going to that last Euro, I had them to win, and they put up a fucking stinker, and nothing much has changed since then.
Nope.
And I mean that's the issue with them. It's like it's and that builds frustration as the match goes on. If Ghana's hanging tight, like how I felt like Iran could have caused England problems and frustrate them, which didn't happen. Like if Portugal got to a good start, that changes the game, obviously.
Yeah.
Get an early goal, but if they're not, I love Ronaldo, but like he can cut a very frustrated figure, and like that can start to happen by like the 60th minute at a 0-0.
Yes. Yeah.
And even him aside, he won't be the only one, and that's and for me that's like what like Santos is a problem for me. I know he won the Euros. He's done well for them, but
he's overstayed his welcome.
He to me like Deschamps, they should both be doing more with what they have. I go in Southgate all the time. Southgate.
They just won a World Cup, Deschamps. I can understand Santos, you saying that in Portugal, but they just won a World Cup.
Yeah, but I've seen the way they play and what that team has, and like that last Euro, and in qualifiers, and in qualifiers as well, in Nations League. I saw what Denmark did to them what did to France.
But they didn't take that seriously.
Well, of course they did. They started enough. Yes, they did, Mike. Yes, they did. They were. The Nations League is not something just to be like food. Okay, because they are starting the best players, and players for the most part just don't show up and like not actually try. Like they're not taking games to good but yet still lesser opponents. And I think both of them should be doing more.
I think that's a fair point for Portugal, but I still think France is still good enough. They're like a turn off team. They can flick it on, flick it off when they choose. I think with the last Euros, they just coming off a World Cup and not really having a challenge in the group stage of Euros, they really kind of like let it get to their head, and they got battered down by Switzerland. But
they didn't have a challenge in the group stage. What are you talking about? France? They had the hardest group ever.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, they did. Yes. My apologies. But they're a turn on, turn off team. They know that. But the problem is Deschamps has to get them out of that.
Yeah, get them out. Yeah.
Right? I can understand you coming that way, but what else could he do besides win the World Cup? He hasn't done it as much as he should be. You won a World Cup.
I know.
Listen, I'm just trying to help you listen to yourself.
No, I listen. And
they're still the favorite.
No.
Although they have Noah Nkunku, Noah Benzema, which is
they're not the favorite.
They're one of the favorites. I'm saying they're one of the top 4 favorites.
Yeah, because it's an amazing team. I'm just saying I've watched them since
they didn't take that Nations League seriously. I don't think.
But I watched them Euro. I've seen them qualifying, and they should be light. That's the thing. It's like they should be lighting teams up in qualifiers. That's the thing. You have the freedom to play a more expansive style in qualifiers, especially, and I don't even see it there enough from them.
They're not going to walk around beating every team 3-0. It's soccer.
It doesn't.
Sorry, it's football.
I know, but it didn't happen in my opinion nearly enough.
Soccer tomorrow, right? Is it soccer tomorrow or football?
Chances too, like chance creation. It's like, okay, if you're missing a lot of good chances, then that doesn't fall in manager. But it's anyway. I expect more from them, and that's why I think if they do make the final, if we both get a Brazil-France final, I know Brazil is the better team right now, but I think Brazil's just more set to shut them down. Like that is a top opponent that I don't think France is going to be able to eke by. Like I think they can I think if it winds up being France England, I think you're gonna find a very tough, like very tight game where it's 1-0 or 2-1, maybe even extra time, because those are two very talented teams that I rate Deschamps over Southgate, and I rate France over England talent-wise, but Deschamps more than Southgate than I do France England, but somewhat marginally, and not more marginally than I should. I think that match will be so. If France and England play each other, it's going to be
so tight. No, it'll be a lot of goals in that. I think there'll be goals in that, but
unless France walks them, and you might. You know what? You might when that match comes around. Deschamps. If that match comes around, Deschamps could sit me down. I hope he does. I really hope he does. And I do back Deschamps to get the best, and those players will show up for that. And I think mentally, the French players. I know we're going in the future. I'm saying and it's a hypothetical, but the French players just will have the mentality to beat England. Actually, maybe soundly.
Yeah, and to shut up. Don't ever talk to us again. We got more World Cups. Don't cross the pond. Is it a pond? What do they call it? The pond? What do they call it? Cross.
It's the channel.
The channel. My bad.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm Canadian, as you can see.
No. Okay. All right.
I had 2-1 Portugal. By the way, did I say that?
No, you didn't.
No, 2-1
Portugal. Yeah, I don't hate it. But I'm going to win all. I'm back on it.
They always play back against African teams. They do.
Noted.
I don't know why.
Noted. Okay. Well, I'm going to hit that draw. Okay. All right, guys.
When we'll be back? Probably midway probably end of the second round, right?
Monday or something?
Yeah.
All right. Okay.
And hopefully Canada's 1-1. 1 win,
1
draw.
Yeah, 1-0.
1-0. Sorry.
Okay. All right. Sue.
And it's soccer. World Cup.
Ooh, Canada. Say, ooh, Canada.
Go, Canada, go.
We're red. We're white. Our chants are fucking shite. Canada.
We don't know what we're doing.
Tyler has a really good one. It's sorry.
We don't know. This is our first time, guys. We don't know what to do.
I know. We've had a lot of time to pick up chants.
But it's here, and I just don't know. Yeah. We're just glad we're here.
I can't wait. I can't fucking wait. Okay. All right, guys. Talk to you. Bye. See?
Suey.